heard your cries, Googan Nation, but too much of a good thing is bad for your health. So we're only doing this once a week. Buckle up, baby. It's time for E.T.N, which henceforth and forevermore will mean every Tuesday now. Covered by Universal Roof and Contracting. The difference is universal on 1010XL.
Hand-to-hand combat in a debate form. Greg
Showdown.
is stepping in today to be our guest.
God bless Greg.
Googan Judge.
Good friend of mine.
The GGJ, the guest Googan Judge.
Yes.
Greg, good morning. How are you doing, friend?
Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you. I seen you both at the Googan yesterday.
Nice.
Had a
Yes,
great
sir.
time.
How'd you play, Greg?
I was terrible.
Well,
All right. So was I, Greg. We're kindred spirits, if you know what I mean.
one of us.
Yes. Congratulations. Jeff was very good, on the other hand. He was really good.
You need
That's
some
all.
lessons, Greg. I'll give you a couple of tips.
Greg, if you want to play.
I actually do need some lessons.
Now, Greg, if you want to go hacking around with a guy of your equal ability, let me know.
Man of the people.
We'll take you out and let you play with us. We'll go play. All right, let's play.
Let's
Sounds
play the feud, and for his efforts today, for helping us out, Greg's
Yes.
going to take home dinner for two at Sonny's Barbecue on us.
All right.
So enjoy that, Greg, and without further ado,
Round one.
let's get it on.
Let's do it.
Round one, very exciting news. Yesterday, as the AP Top 25 poll came out, and apparently they don't get the up-to-date information over at the Associated Press, as 9 members of the Big Ten and Pac-12 are featured in the Top 25. They didn't get the word that they're not playing football this year. I mean, what are we doing, AP?
What are we doing, AP? I mean, look, they put it out beforehand, and they don't do another one, right? So they put it out before the Big Ten and the Pac-12 left, so they probably should go in and make the adjustment. We know they're not there, though. Does it matter? They're not playing, and they're leaving them the slight door ajar just in case they decide to come back in and try to give this thing a go. So I don't have that big. It's not a big deal. It's not how you start; it's how you finish. Remember that, boys.
Well, I don't. They released it yesterday. What do you mean they did this before they found out the Big Ten and the Pac-12 were going? No, and I don't care one way or the other. But it was fresh, hot off the presses. I guess it's some sort of participation trophy for Ohio State, who won't get to play it out.
Winner Dan on that.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking
Round
about.
two.
I mean, you don't even know the story. I mean, he's laughing over here.
What are you talking about?
It's just a blatant, huge fact error. I mean, like they did the poll a month ago. What the hell's
Can
wrong
we just
with
play
you?
and go to question 2?
Golly.
What are we doing here?
Have we seen players like turn in the title when it's tainted before? What just happened?
Refuse the medal.
All right, come on.
Jeff's
let's
gonna throw
go.
it in
That's
a
all
light.
right. I'm ready. I'm ready now for round 2.
The garbage.
I refuse.
Right, yeah.
Round 2, shifted gears over to the association last night. A 15-point rally for OKC to even up at 2 with the Rockets, who a lot of people thought as at least a title contender coming into this postseason. So at 2-2, does, not to be cliche, but does Houston have a problem?
Well, yeah, they have a problem. They had a problem when the series started. And the problem is the 2 major components of their team, Mike D'Antonio and James Harden, are known for not coming through this time of the year. Right? D'Antonio's had top seats, can't win anything. And James Harden is, I don't know, a victim of his own mentality, I guess. It's hard to win with a single-focused player who shoots all the shots. But at the end of the day, look, the NBA is a league rich with talent. You know what they are, Hick? They're long and athletic. Well, at least most teams are. D'Antoni has chosen to go with a starting lineup and a rotation of players, the tallest of whom is 6'6". It's the NBA. You can't do that.
Well, does Houston have a problem is the question. The answer is obviously they do. Even if they win this series, it's the end of the road for them. They're not good enough. So it's real easy. I mean, we can sit here. I think Houston will still beat Oklahoma City and get through the first round, and then that'll be it. They'll lose. They'll lose the second round to whomever they play, and that we'll have a thank you for coming, Houston, and then they'll have to decide what direction they're going to go. D'Antoni will probably retire after this, and that'll be that.
Round 3.
Oh,
Winner
sorry.
Jeff.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Jumped the
What?
gun on that.
Winner Jeff.
Oh, okay. All right, Greg. All right.
Dan can't quite hear you. What'd you say, Greg?
No, I heard it. Shut up, Heath.
Round 3.
Round 3. Sorry, I'm
I
rusty
don't
as
know
well.
why you have to shoot him the middle finger like that.
I mean,
That's rude.
I didn't shoot anybody in the middle finger. It's all on videotape.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, go ahead and look at that.
Round 3, guys.
You can watch it live right now. Facebook platform.
I don't know where are we at right
Roku,
now?
Apple
YouTube,
TV.
Twitch, Hulu. What are we on over
We're on
here?
all of them.
Netflix.
Available on
Can we
all
get
your
this thing on
platforms.
Netflix? Then we will have arrived.
It's the drill is exclusively available on Quibi.
Quibi. Yeah. I watch Quibi sometimes. It's some of these Quibis. You know what's awful, by the way? That Peacock service. It's terrible. Has anyone checked that out? NBC?
Yeah.
It's just hard to navigate. I mean, it's 2000. Never mind.
Round 3.
Round 3.
Peacock. What do you got? Round 3, shifting gears. The maybe, like you guys said, the most interesting series in the playoffs resumes tonight.
Yes.
With the Clips and Mavs 2-2. So how do you see this swing game going? Do the Clippers get back on track, or does Luka Mania continue running?
Well, everybody's, Luka's been so much fun. I think the Mavericks have to play like absolutely perfect to win these games, even if without Kristaps, whether he plays or not plays. Listen, those guys all played out of their yin-yang the other day. I think that Paul George, though, better get wake up and understand that he's making $30.5 million to not score 7 points in 39 minutes. We know Kawhi's going to be Kawhi. I think the Clippers will get it done tonight, but it's been a great series.
Well, I think the Clippers are the best team in basketball, so it's going to be hard for me to believe that even with the Luka Doncic magic that they're going to be able to win this series. And if they're going to win this series, they'd have to win tonight. So by that, process of logic, I think that the Clippers will be fine. I think Paul George will be fine. It was certainly an ugly performance the other day. This is a guy who's averaged 27-4 in his postseason career and who's proven to be a very good player. But now he's on a contender, and so that changes people's ability to perform sometimes. So I like the Clippers. I like them to win the series, and I still think it'll be Clippers-Lakers in the West Finals.
Yeah, I agree. I think the Clippers are the best team in the NBA right now. Winner, Jeff.
Round 4.
I thought I said that. All right.
I didn't hear that.
I'm sorry.
No.
Round 4, guys.
I heard you say Clippers are terrible. Mavs will win.
It kind of just slipped in under the radar,
Yeah.
but blink and you miss it. We're halfway through the baseball season, guys.
Yes.
We're at the midway point.
Yes, we are.
Many teams have played close to, if not 30 games due to some postponements. So at the halfway point, is there one glaring surprise for you at this point on this weird, bizarre season we're going through?
One glaring surprise, from a team's standpoint, not really. I mean, it's been kind of according to form. The Astros have been a little slower start than you would think, but they certainly dealt with a whole lot from the offseason. The Marlins are continue to hang around at around 500, but it's too early for that to be just an outright surprise. I think if I had to name one surprise to this point, it would be how impressive Fernando Tatis Jr. has been. I mean, he's played like the very best player in baseball, and which is saying a lot right now in the current state of the majors, where we have a dozen players age 23 and under who look like they're the future of the league. So I think just the eye-popping start by Fernando Tatis Jr. of the Padres has probably been what's caught my eye the most.
Well, it's been great. That's true, but there is one glaring surprise. It's the team with the best record in the American League. And it's not the Yankees, it's not the Rays, it's the Oakland A's. They're 20-10, for gosh sakes. It's not just they're in first place. They're double their record. They're 20-10.
How?
The Oakland A's. Greg, if you can name any Oakland A's, we'll give you an extra prize because I can't. I mean, so the fact that the Oakland A's are 20-10 to me is the glaring surprise of the first half of the baseball season.
I agree with you 100%, Dan. Winner, Dan.
Thank you, Greg.
Round 5.
I mean, they won 97
Keep
games.
that momentum,
the last
Greg.
2 years, the A's have gone 97 and 65.
What are we criticizing every
7 wins?
I mean, what are we doing here?
Holy
What's
moly.
happening?
What do we always say about Mike Trout? That he's sort of invisible out there on the Angels?
Yeah.
Similarly, his teammate, achieved another milestone marker. Albert Pujols last night passed A-Rod for number 2 all-time on the RBI list. It seems like Pujols is hitting all these milestones as he comes to the end of his career very quietly. Is it just the LA thing? Is it just that he's playing at 10 o'clock at night and we're just not seeing him?
That's a big part of it, and he's not the same player that he used to be, so he's not piling up the stats. We talked about Albert Pujols a lot when he was with the St. Louis Cardinals, obviously. He's one of the best right-handed hitters of all time. I think we all know that. But, yeah, he's out west, so we don't pay attention, and very quietly he has put together a wonderful, wonderful career.
Bonds and McGuire ruined it for everyone. Bonds, McGuire, Sosa, the power numbers. Who did he pass? The biggest cheat of them all, A-Rod. Those guys have ruined it. The specialness of 500 home runs, now 600 home runs. The specialness of being one of the top RBI guys. And the cynicism that goes along with anyone who has played through this era and puts up those kinds of numbers. So, yeah, being buried out west is part of it, but this just in. There's a lot of media that generates from out west, from the West Coast, and he would be trumpeted there. But I just think that, the whole notion of baseball power numbers has just been relegated to boring.
Oh, my gosh.
This was a tough one, but I have to weigh on the side of Jeff on this one.
You're darn right.
What?
Thank you, Greg.
Greg, listen.
Smart man. I'm going to put you on
Greg,
hold.
I'm going to go above and beyond, Greg.
I'm
still going to take you to play golf, Greg, and I want you to stand off to the side because that's where I can hit a lot of golf balls.
Greg, see?
And I look forward to hitting that Titleist right in your back.
A wise
as you
choice,
just
Greg.
stabbed me, Greg.
A wise
I'm going to get
choice.
you right square in the back, watch you go down and writhe in pain, and then leave.
The defense rests. Thank you, Beef. We'll be back with more of a
There is no fireball
Top Gun
today.
performances
That's not good for any of
when we
Jacksonville.
return. Yeah, life is good right now.
You had enough yesterday.
I think I'm going to call it a day. This is the drill. It's a Catlin
Unbelievable.
Truck Accessories Tuesday.